coming. Let's give it up for the band one more time. Healing music. I need more of this in my life. Friday night, it's a beautiful day. I appreciate all the friends and family that came out. So let's have a good night. I'm going to share some poetry with you. The first one speaks to somewhere I hold very near to my heart. Cape Verde Islands. We have some Cape Verdeans in the house. So this poem speaks to how these 10 little islands have grown and developed and now have become a very big tourist attraction. So this baby that's growing up, this poem speaks to my feelings and how we have to be somewhat cautious in this transition, and that exposure can be good in some aspects with tourism and beautiful hotels, but we can't get lost in this transition and that we forget our people, we forget our roots, we forget sometimes the essence of who we are when we see those bright lights and change. So this one is called Nostada. It translates to those that don't speak Creole to our land, Nostada. And there's one line in this poem that is not in English, and it's Nostada Cabo Verde, Cabo Scarcity we Conta Ojo, which means our land, Cape Verde, don't forget your Conta de Ojo. And do we know what a Conta de Ojo is? Anyone have a Conta de Ojo in the house? Okay, a couple of you have it in your necklace, and if you don't know, it's a necklace that's black and white beads, and the story behind it is that it's a protective necklace that will protect you from bad spirits and bad things. So that's what I'm hoping, that we can protect our islands from those things. It's called Nostada. Used to move in, so I'm gonna have to work with this. Okay. She stands grounded in her roots. She carries the world on her back, wrapped around in African wraps. The wind's in her hips, and fire exudes from her fingertips. Sunshine in her smile, and the mystery of the moon in her eyes. Regardless of hair length or texture, skin tone, orientation, living in developed or third world nation, her heart overflows for where she calls home. 10 little gems that stand united near their motherland. Her soul, also known as Criolla. My ancestors whispered to me their stories. My lips spoke their names. Boa Vista, Santiago, San Nicolau, Maio e Fogo. Isdaz, Ilha, Marinhas Daz, Deridimon. These 10 islands, like my 10 fingertips. Sal, Santa Luzia, São Vicente, Santa Clau, e Brava, e Santandão. Each with its own essence, all within me. From the lava rocks of Fogo to the white sands of Maio. From Santiago's Batuque to São Vicente's Coladeira. Coladeira, Coladeira. I sway in your rhythm, I caress myself in sunny cloud sunset. I elevate to Sunken Town's peak, and I slide down Boa Vista sand dunes. I bloom in Brava's garden, and at a distance, I see my silent sister, Santa Luzia, watching over me. Finally, I land to open arms at Cabral's door inside. And as I transcend in this vast sea of history engraved in me, selfishly, I want to keep you hidden. As I'm fearful of exposure sins, I want you hidden like my secret hiding place, where childhood memories lie and bright blue skies of fading faces. And my roots are painted in vibrant blues of red, yellow, and green. And a grandmother's kiss on the forehead makes time stand still. As you transcend in this sea of history, All that I ask is for you to wear this gift, this quantity order around your soul, molded by ancestors' sweat and tears, engraved with mortar as the smiles of yesterday. My ancestors, they whisper to me, no stare Cabo Verde, Cabo scarcity become to the ocean. Talks about one of our giants that we lost this year, and I felt it was only right to write a poem dedicated to her. And I'm speaking of Maya Angelou. Yes, indeed, yes. Yes, Marcy. Spoke about all this craziness going on, and you know, it's just highlighted what happened in St. Louis. It's happening in St. Louis, but it's going on all over the world, so it kind of made me want to do this piece. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it, but I'm going to do it because there's a lack of love going on in this world. I don't even think I have a title. So, it is what it is. Not in this room. No, there's definitely a lot of love, a lot of good vibes going on. My fingertips extend to beyond me, connecting I to we. My fingertips extend like 3 branches that go beyond this universe and wrap around this earth, pulling at every country, city, borough, and tree, allowing our ancestors to rise, intertwining generations, cultures, past lives, and ethnicities, causing our ancestors to rise in hopes to pump blood, love into our seas, in hope of quenching men's greed, realizing that we are one with nature, divinely created agents of love. All right, we'll start off with that just to bring the vibe right. So in my last piece, I spoke of a giant that we lost this year, Maya Angelou. So I want to bring it to another giant that we lost this year, and that was Nelson Mandela. A man that really gave us the true definitions of words like forgiveness, perseverance, courage, endurance. I mean, to only imagine what he endured, but to see how he had an effect on the world, and just one human being that inspired me to write this piece. So this one is called Mind Over Matter, because in reality we're capable of doing anything we put our mind to. My, how society plays with words in our mind. Racism, classism, fascism, sexism, faced with every ism. How can you be the inferiority of mankind when you're the source of the gold mine? Tricky lies of apartheid undermined the creator of a new time. Time, 27 times, history can't rewind. Unwind your conscious mind. Let your subconscious be free. Planting the tree of Africa's freedom tree, whose words breathe roots of unity. Allow your conscious mind to be free, seeing the beauty within you and realizing that a Messiah lies within you too. So, since we have great music today, the next piece I'm going to do is called Music. And it reminds me of so much of a poem I wrote when I was in college, and what would the world be without music? And that paper really got me to think how powerful music is in every aspect of our lives, and how it brings so much emotion, and how we hear the music and those that are so blessed to create the music. So this piece is called Music. So I'm going to dedicate this to the band and Armsted for all the blessings he does with the music and everyone else part of this band. From the beginning, I was hooked. Baritone like the flute. Its soothing flow had me floating down the Nile, slowly entering into Nile's abyss. His fingertips tiptoed down my spine like that of the clarinet, a sensual unwind. Like playing the keys to the piano, it hit deep in my soul, allowing vibrations to flow. His African drum beat had me suspended in air, in a heaven of sinful desires. Like put one step in heaven and one step in hell, unable to tell the difference. My Luther, fine-tuning my insides, tightening and liberating my vocal cords at the same time. Like the sounds of the trumpet, it hit deep in my soul, allow my ear columns to vibrate like that of the trombone. I was an open love valve, open to his love, his mouthpiece, allowing him to play in any tune. Like the sounds of the Congo, you punctured my core, making me want more, more, more. More this amor melody, my musical love note, with the power of an orchestra and the sophistication of a fine tune.